From the home of the Big Blue Nation, this is Bbn Gameday, presented by Central Bank.
Hello and welcome to the premiere episode of Bbn Gameday. I'm Mary Jo Perino.
And I'm Keith Farmer. We've got a lot on tap for our first show. UK head football coach Mark Stoops joins me. He's going to talk about an unpredictable football season.
And I'll talk with Coach Cal about the challenges of COVID-19 for his basketball squad.
Well, this show represents the beginning of a new partnership with UK Sports, and we couldn't be more excited to take advantage of it.
Believe that. You won't be just seeing me and Keith. We've got a lot of new faces as part of the broadcast team. One of them belongs to Christy Thomas, host of the Don Franklin Countdown to Kickoff show. She joins us now as we get details of a most unusual start for fall sports. Christy, you're even doing the radio show differently now.
We are. We'll be a little bit different. Still going to have Dusty Bonner, former QB1, that'll be on with us, and Jeremy Jarman, who is a former defensive lineman that played for the Cats. Will be a little bit different. Jeremy will be remote, doing it by phone, and then Dusty and I, of course, will be 6 feet apart, just like we're supposed to be. We'll be following all the guidelines, but we'll still be outside the stadium, assuming that that's still allowed. If not, we'll be in our studio giving it to you as best we can, and we're going to give it our best shot, but it is going to be a little different, a little odd, but still going to be some radio and still going to count down to kickoff.
Christy, it's going to be a most unusual season. Masks everywhere. In fact, the players are doing that right now while they even work out on the field.
Well, and I tell you what's even more unusual is you look at a 10-game schedule, all SEC games, and you're going to come right out of the gate and open up with Auburn. And it's at Auburn. You know, this is one of those situations for Kentucky. This will be the football season, likes of which have never been seen before. But if you're a football fan and a college football fan and an SEC football fan the way I am, then this is absolutely right up your alley. It's going to be a fun season and a wild ride. So whether you can be there at Kroger Field or not and watch the game, you can definitely listen to us on the radio. And then, of course, you can catch up with all of our shows that we're going to be having. And it's going to be a good time no matter what. But I said, listen, I'm so ready for some football. So I say, please, let's keep it going. I need football in my life.
We all do.
Exactly.
Bring it on. Christy, thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you throughout the season.
I'm so excited for our partnership, you guys, and can't wait to work with you.
All right, thanks. We'll see you soon. Now, on to our interviews with two of the most familiar faces in Big Blue Nation. First up, Keith is going to talk with Kentucky head football coach Mark Stoops.
Tony Neely, I'm sure, gave you some of the tips and hints of what I was going to ask you, but I'm coming out with the gate swinging strong now. Why was there no red beard to counter that gray beard from John Calipari?
I'm not sure that what that would look like with me, with part red, part gray, you know, a little bit spotty. So I just went without it. I get a little scruffy here and there, but I let it go.
I feel your pain. All right, let's talk about football a little bit. What's a pandemic practice look like? How is it different than a year ago when you were practicing?
Well, once we're into the practice, it's very similar. It's all the procedures that we go through prior to practice and post-practice is where we're taking all the precautions and taking care of our players. And our players have been very good. They've been very patient. They've been adhering to the rules and the regulations that we have in place. And so I'm very grateful for the players and the way they've handled this, and the coaches as well. And certainly our medical team. They've done a tremendous job of just setting up an opportunity where we could be as safe as possible. And again, we're trying to follow it as close as we can.
Can the pandemic be kind of like an injured player coming back? Can it weigh on you mentally that you know, you're just worried about what might happen you know, as the season goes on, or that something could happen with a player here or there?
I don't think there's any doubt. You certainly think about that. And you know, that we know it's truly one day at a time. But I think with that, there also comes a sense of gratitude, you know, for every day that we have, every opportunity we have at practice, and every game we get an opportunity to play. You're grateful for it. I could sense that with our players, you know, during training camp and during the hard times and the long days. They've been very grateful to be out there. They really want to play. To this point, we have not had one player that have opted out. You know, every one of our players wants to participate and be a part of this team and be a part of this year. So I appreciate them, and you know, it kind of motivates you to really give it everything you have with every day.
Everybody, we always have to ask, because everybody is concerned. How does Terry Wilson look in this first week and a half or so of practice, and how is he, coming along mentally, coming back from that injury, and does the season does he have to be there to make this a special season?
The beginning part of that question is that Terry looks very good. He looks more and more comfortable with every opportunity. Early in camp, it may have been practice 1 or practice 2 when he was back there and needed to pull the ball down or needed to run, and there was no hesitation whatsoever. And he commented on it afterwards that it felt good. It felt good for him to open it up and to run. Since that moment, you see it every day, every opportunity. He's more and more confident. He looks confident in the pocket. That's something that we worked on that he really improved from his sophomore year to last year, even though he only played a couple games. All through training camp last summer and the first 2 weeks of the season, he was getting more and more comfortable in the pocket and throwing the football and making good decisions and understanding of the offense. And that's natural. That comes with any player at any position, and certainly the quarterback position. So, we're hoping that he continues to build on that. He looks very good. He looks very comfortable, both in throwing the ball and in running it. So, we feel very good about Terry.
We'll hear more from my interview with Coach Stoops coming up in our next segment.
And later on, I'm going to catch up with Coach Cal about his hopes for basketball in 2020. Stick around for that as we continue with our premiere episode of BBN Game Day.